Ziggity Zig talking his way out of bronze, game number 105. Coming up to the end of season 6. Check out that split. Oh, not quite the sassiness that it deserves to be. Here is a game, a PvP between myself and Serpent. We're up here on Cloud Kingdom. And I'm going to turn off Serpent's view just to show you what I was looking at. This game, I'm going to speed it up because it was kind of a long one. The only way I could kind of describe it was just things. I ended up doing okay, but it just wasn't the best I've ever done. Now, speaking of the end of season 7, it does not look like silver is in sight. No, sadly. But I'm getting into a bit more of a regimen of trying to play at least once a night, once a day, just to keep myself in practice. I am playing some more silvers, so hopefully I can just get a little bit faster and get on top of that. So, I get in, I see gateway starting up, so no cheese, hopefully, unless there's possibly 2 gates coming in. I get my gateway a little bit behind, and no gas. For whatever reason, I don't think I go back in and take another one, but put a little forward pylon over there, and take that. So that gives me plenty of vision to see if there's anything coming. Or so I figured. Up comes the Cyber Core. Check, have a quick look. Staying on par with his order supply. I forget what league this guy was in. I'm going against. Sometimes I go up against top 25 bronze, sometimes top 25 silver, sometimes top 8 bronze. Griff and I have been discussing this. We can beat top 25 silver, but we have a hard time against top 8 bronze. I find that kind of strange. But then again, it comes back over to the APM. Look at that. My average 17 is 40. 40 APM. That's ridiculous. Well, it's not ridiculous. It's just, you know, what are you doing? Of course, we can check down here on the EPM. EPM's actually not too bad. Now, that was my first stalker coming out taking care of things. There's my 3 stalker rush at 520-ish, which really isn't all that brilliant. But meanwhile, I'm also trying to get a few more units.
You must construct additional pylons.
And I'm getting supply blocked, which is pretty awful. I hate getting supply blocked. So fair. So there's my robo. There's my 4th gateway. I've got another pylon.
Research complete.
Somewhere? Oh, yeah, okay. So I did have one on its way. So here I come up here, and I also check around my natural just to make sure. Could probably do a bit better job of that a little earlier on. There's another scout on his behalf, apparently. I just caught that mini-map. Take him out before he gets in there. Don't quite have it for the expansion. I am up in worker supply, which is pretty cool. Trying to stay ahead of supply blocking. My army is doing pretty well, so I am a little bit ahead, which is not bad for being half the APM. That's right. Meanwhile, there goes a small unit. Now that was a small contingency of forces that I found going down that way. But if you go back, I also saw some going up in the other direction. There, this group. So I caught this in the minimap, and I thought, oh, there goes some dudes. Good. So my guys saw I got ready right here, and I'll trap them right up there. And then I thought, oh, wait a minute. What's this? This is another set of dudes coming down the other way. So I started thinking, oh, well, okay, they're going to come at me from both sides. Or something. I don't quite get this. He's probably checking for 3rds and 4ths. So I think, alright, we'll meet him down here. And I managed to do a little bit of damage here. A bit of force fielding. Decent care there, but he also does come in behind. Luckily, I had my immortal come in from behind. So now my whole plan was to try to get the rest of his force. I didn't quite have the gusto. So I went back in against him. My army is a little higher than this. Get rid of that forward pylon. Come back up and wait. Still no expansion. I have 800 minerals, and why am I not expanding? There, I'm finally expanding. That's good. So I have an observer sitting up top there. I have 2 stalkers that just watched another army go by. So what do? They seem to, reform my entire army up here. And now I get myself caught. Oh, I lose my immortal right there. That was pretty sad and pathetic. But I managed to move up, despite the fact that his units are down there. down the ramp, and I'm trying to stay above the ramp. So basically, but the problem is at this point, he's got Blink. So he's got Blink. I do not have Blink. I'm at nowhere near ready to have Blink. So I just continue to come in here, and come into his base, and try to see if I can get a little bit of damage done. He's still blinking up and down. So I decide to disrupt his workers. At this point, I'm still not doing much with my expansion. I don't do a split or anything like that. He destroys this. So now he has the army advantage. Not much of a kill there. So the observer is still hanging out. The pylon is still a forward pylon, and the probe still has the watchtower. So that's not bad. So I watch this army come out again. What's that? That's about 8 stalkers. Oh, he finally sees it. Oh, I'm wrong. 9 stalkers. Takes out the pylon. Darn. Meanwhile, I can still see because of the watchtower, because for some reason he doesn't quite take that. So I decide, alright. I guess I don't get that. So I'm going to try to see if I can find another spot to put a pylon. I can put one out here somewhere. I can't recall if I do. I think I put the pylon there and then just hide. Meantime, he doesn't seem to be doing much. He does not seem to be expanding. I'm trying. Not much of a split. I think I'm oversaturated up here in my main. Yep. So I didn't split that up. As far as the income levels go, I am definitely ahead. So that was just me kind of losing that initial bit. Luckily, he didn't transfer into any kind of mid-game play aside from getting hallucination, which seems a little interesting. I'm getting a Twilight Council now, which is going to be handy for Blink? Other things? I don't know. I don't seem to be getting any more Immortals. Sticking with Gateway units and a few Mortals. I probably should be transitioning to something like Colossus by this point. Apparently I'm deciding not to do that. He's getting another Gateway. Ooh, that's what I should be having, because I'm still only on 3 gate. 3 gates, and this is it. This is all I've got. I am still a little bit ahead, just by accident. So, speed things up again, see what happens next. I believe I then wait for another attack, but just watching this, keeping my observer here. Not a lot happening. Aha! So here comes the blinks again. Here's what losing quite a lot of probes. Yeah, it was 8.
Base is under attack.
So I think at this point, I decided base race is a good plan. Oh, so there's +1 starting. And then he leaves, but at the same time... Wow, so he left just as he was about to destroy my forge, which is working on +1. He didn't get any of those buildings, really. I decide just to chase him. He's still getting a few units in up this way. So I think he's waiting at the top and the bottom, but he obviously still hasn't quite noticed this up here. He decides to take out the rocks, which is interesting. So I'd go with Guardian Shields. Its force field isn't really going to work too well against the Blink Stalkers. And then I try to move in about as slowly as I can. Here's the battle right here. I do throw down a couple of force fields, which is a bit odd. I think he picks off my sentry, but I just move further in towards the base, because really, with this mob, he can't take me out with that army, so I might as well stay at it. Further, my +1 off the way. Don't believe he has a +1 yet. No upgrades on his side of things. I managed to kill a few more. The working field is going, kind of going back and forth. Trap him on the ramp. This is when we start with upstairs, downstairs play. We got these guys here. He's back. He's trying to link back into that. Not too much. So I move back. I'm just trying to drag him back. This side with a couple of Immortals, I can pretty quickly take down his nexus. Immortals to take out the west piece. Good shots. Any DGs, just based on the fact that I had a slightly stronger army, I kept a little bit of the pressure up, and... Ooh! That's a 30 APM right there. That's not bad. To his 55. Well, I call that a sloppy win. Mostly because my reaction times were okay, but I probably should have had that expansion up a little bit faster than that. He had a proxy pylon down there that he apparently wasn't using all that well. Oh, look, he had someone at my watchtower as well that I wasn't paying attention to. Did not spot my observer the entire time. He just had quite a lot of gateways. And oh, right, that was the problem. I was still on 3 gateways. 18 minutes in, I had 2 bases and 3 gateways. I was still on a 3-gate robo. How did I win this game? Tell me how I won this game. Leave me a comment down below. Send me an email, ziggydzig@gmail.com, or you can follow me on Twitter @ZiggyStarcraft. Or check out our other YouTube channel, myself and that guy Griff, over at youtube.com/limenotlemon. Stay tuned.